It is once again Ted the Speed Learner declaring the winner of the video response wars. I know that yesterday I posted up a whole bunch of Euclid proofs. I will be posting more stuff in the days to come. I haven't been feeling up to my absolute best. I won't go into it, but I just haven't been at my maximum. I'm feeling much better today, thank heavens. So the next few days could be very busy on my YouTube. But let's get on with it. We're declaring the video response wars winner today, and it is Boink the Clown once again, which kind of surprises me. I was like, I was kind of hoping that other people would participate. I will say that Poseidon Productions actually did post a comment to the video response wars too, and so because they did, I'm going to say hello Poseidon Productions. I will give you a shout out, but I'm going to directly talk to Boink the Clown. I was watching your Decades of Horror, that's why this is called a Terrifying Winner, and even though I don't like gore, I do like very suspenseful movies, especially the kind of movie that will sit there and you will be wondering all through the whole movie who did what to whom, and at the very end everything's all revealed and you're like, oh my gosh, I would have never expected this is the ending. That's the kind of movies I like. I do like sci-fi, that's true, but I also like movies that just leave you're just guessing till the very end, and even when you get to the end, you just never guessed right. And that is something I do like. I was watching the one about Gilman. You kind of wonder, and I would love for you to leave a comment below as to how hot that suit actually got. That would be even more fascinating to me than the actual movie itself, is to know what that actor had to suffer and endure to make that particular film. I know he was dunked in water a lot, but still, that must have been an awful hot costume. I can tell you that right now, and I bet he went through a lot trying to get that film done. So I did watch a lot of your stuff. It's very interesting that people made films, especially that one that was made in 1920 that you had. It was about vampires. It's very interesting what terrified people way back then. I mean, people probably wouldn't think too much of a vampire these days, but back then, it terrified the dickens out of them. And knowing that there are people in the world that are truly psychopaths, that, yeah, it really makes a note about society. It really does. So even though I'm not into the gory side of horror, the suspense and the persona of these people that really are psychopaths, that does kind of fascinate me to a point, because it lets people know the darker side of our society. Unfortunately, there are people in the world that really emulate what you see in the movies. That's sad, but it's true. And that is something that I do find worthwhile in some of these horror flicks. So like I said, no, I'm not into the gore business, but suspense, good character development, and more importantly, knowing what these actors had to endure, and actresses as well, to make that horror for you. I mean, nowadays they do it with CGI, but back then they didn't have CGI. So it's very interesting if you can note some of this stuff down below so that everybody knows what it actually took to make, and the cost too, which is something you did email to me. I would like to know the cost of some of these films, to know how much it took to make some of these things. That is interesting to me. It's more of how they were made that more interests me than the actual films themselves. That, I think that would not only fascinate me, but also your audience. And I would like for you to take the time to make a couple of videos describing what people had to go through to make these horror flicks and how much it actually cost them, because I think that would really fascinate your audience, and mine as well, more than the films themselves. Also, like I said, I would like for you to focus on some of these films that had a weirdo plot twist, or a character that people in real life tried to emulate. That kind of thing really does fascinate me, because it really reflects on our social society even today. Okay, I also noticed that you're starting a prank wars. Please be nice to me. Please be nice to me. Don't be mean. But anyway, Boyd the Clown, you are the winner of the video response wars this week. I thank you very, very much. Please tell me the things I'm really wanting to know. Leave comments right down here, or even make a couple of video responses letting the audience know some of the things that I want them to know. I really want my audience to know this kind of stuff. I really do. And you'd be doing me a huge favor if you do that for me. Alright. Well, that's enough talk for today. There will be more videos in the not so distant future now that I'm feeling a lot better. And I will tell you more in a future video, so stay tuned.